Most headlines right now is saying Bobi Wine is in hiding. That's not accurate. What's happening in Uganda is not chaos. It's not confusion. It's containment. And the next 72 hours will determine whether this situation stabilizes quietly or break open suddenly. Because this window matters more than the election result themselves. And Yoweri Museveni knows this. If you want clear analysis instead of headlines and rumors, follow this channel. This story isn't finished. Let's define the term properly. Hiding versus containment. Hiding is voluntarily. It means someone chooses to stay out of sight for their own safety. Containment is imposed. It means the state restricts movement, visibility, communications without formally arresting the person. Bobi Wine is not free to hold rallies, speak publicly without risk, move openly, mobilize supporters, but he is also not in prison. That's not accidental. This is a controlled pressure state designed to freeze momentum without creating a martyr. Because arresting him would do three things. The regime wants to avoid international backlash, youth mobilization, and internal security factors. So instead, they choose the middle ground, containment. If you're here for power analysis, not propaganda, subscribe. This channel explains how systems actually behave. Why Mussolini didn't arrest him. Let me explain. A lot of people are asking why Mussolini had, if he has the power, why not just arrest Bobi Wine? Because power isn't about force alone. It's about consequence. Here's what Mussolini understood. Arresting Bobi Wine create international visibility. Visibility creates external pressure. External pressure amplifies internal dissent, especially among the youth. Uganda's youth demographic is not passive. They are connected. They are aware. They are watching what's happening across Africa. So Mussolini choose invisibility without custody. That keeps Western government cautious, region aligned, quiet, and security force aligned. This is not weakness. This is experience. Drop a comment if you have seen this containment strategy used elsewhere, Africa, Asia, Latin America. Let's compare patterns. Now, why the next 72 hours matter? Authoritarian system almost always faces their real test after dispute outcomes, that not during them. The first 72 hours are critical because one or two things happened. Scenario one, stabilization. Protests lose momentum. Opposition leaders stay fragmented. Security forces remain unified. If that happens, the regime reset quietly. Scenario number two, factual. A miscalculation occurred. A death sparked outrage. A security unit hesitates. Information leaks, and pressure spread faster than the state can control it. This moment isn't about Bobi Wine moving. It's about whether others move for him. Let me repeat that. This moment is not about Bobi Wine moving. It's about whether others move for him. That's what the containment is trying to prevent. Again, I said that's why the containment is trying to prevent. If this breakdown is useful, like the video, helps push the analysis over the nose, over the noise. Silent does not mean irrelevant. In fact, silent can sometimes increase symbolic power. Bobi Wine represents a generational shift, a legitimacy challenge. He has the legal challenge. He has the right to challenge him. A future narrative the regime cannot erase. Even contained, he forces the system to react around him. Security deployment, media messaging, denial, contradictions. That's how you know containment is active. The system keep adjusting. If he were truly neutralized, there would be calm certainty. Instead, there is control tension, and that tells you everything. Follow now. When the 72 hours window closes, this analysis continues. I'll break down what stabilizations or fracture really look like. Here is what actually matters in the next phase. The security postures, language shift from state media, any visibility, hesitation instead of police or army ranks. Let me repeat that. Any visibility, hesitation inside the police or the army ranks, whether Bobi Wine reappears publicly, even briefly. If he appears and nothing happens, containment fail. I'm saying this. If Bobi Wine appears and nothing happens, the containment has failed. If he disappears completely, pressure increases quietly. If something breaks, it won't start with the protest. It will start with coordination failure. That's how these systems unravel. He's been contained, and containment only works if time works in the regime favor. Again, I said containment only works if the containment is in the regime favor. The next 72 hours decide that. Not the ballot, not the headlines, not the noise. Power always reveals itself after the camera turns off or turns away. And that's what we're watching now. If you want more analysis like this, Please subscribe and share. We need to spread the word so our people know what's going on. Thank you.